Hello, welcome back to the Football Chat. We are here for Premier League predictions. Once again, it's that time of the week, Friday morning, where we get onto our Premier League predictions and predict all the action from this week's games. It is now game week 29, just 9 more weeks of action after this one. So we're very much nearing the end of the season. It's hotting up. Definitely. Title races are going to be decided soon. Relegation battles. Every game means so much more when you know what's at stake. So, should we just hop right into it? It's a massive one to start with. It's Brighton versus Liverpool, the first game of only 3 on the Saturday. Obviously, Liverpool in the title race right now. Brighton having a very solid season, about 9th, I think it is. But yeah, Liverpool, they need to keep winning to pile the pressure on Manchester City. Do you see them doing this away at Brighton here?
I do. I think it'll be a comfortable win for Liverpool. I think they want to prove a point after losing in the Champions League to Inter, and they're going to bounce back with a comfortable win at the Amex. Brighton, I don't know. They're a bit up and down. I mean, they've done.
They've struggled for form recently.
Yeah.
Very much so.
They usually do well against the big sides. We've seen them get good results. United, City, Chelsea, Tottenham. They've done really well. But I still think Liverpool have enough to see them off. I'm going to say 3-0 Liverpool.
Now I've got a bit of a method to my madness here. I'm going to go 2-2. Now the reason is Liverpool played in the week, going to be resting because they've got Arsenal on Wednesday, just 4 days after. I think they might drop Salah. I think Brighton take a 2-goal advantage. Liverpool with a bit of a weakened side struggle. They bring on their subs. They get the 2 goals. They level it. But they do drop points, which you'll obviously be like, oh my God, what's happened here? Absolute biblical scenes. Not for people who want to see a big title race, but Man City will be buzzing.
I think Liverpool will rest, but Liverpool resting is like Diaz for Jota. It's like a Konate for Matip.
I think you could see Minamino start on Saturday.
And I still think it's better than Trossard.
Yeah, but I think they will. I think they'll just be a bit complacent, go 2 goals down, and bring it back later in the game. Goals? Who are you going for?
I'm going to say Van Dijk, Hendo, and Diaz.
Comfortable 3-0 win. I'm going to go Trent, Salah, Maupay, Veltman.
Sure, why not?
In fact, I don't think Veltman plays. Lamptey.
Sure, that's better. A lot better.
Yeah. Right, next up, and it's Brentford versus Burnley. Huge clash at the bottom of the table. Brentford picking up huge points against Norwich last week. Big, comfortable 3-1 victory in the end. And I think that's... I mean, you could say it's propelled them out of the bottom 4 race. I don't know, I think... Bottom 3 race. I think it's a big step to go that far. Burnley very much in the relegation zone right now. They're going to need to get some big points and soon.
They've got those games in hand. They need
to stay within touch and distance.
Helps the fact that Everton and Leeds are in the mud. But still,
I think the problem is Leeds will bounce back under Jesse Marsh.
Maybe we'll get on to that.
But they look very good against Leicester.
Get on to that in a bit.
But yeah, Brentford Burnley. I think it's a draw.
Yeah. I'm even going to say I think it's going to be boring.
I'm
going to say 0-0.
I was going to go 0-0 as well. Well, that's pretty easy one there. 0-0 Brentford Burnley. Now, the next game we can't actually predict. It's Manchester United versus Tottenham. That is because we will be streaming it live here. And we don't want to give our predictions away before that stream. Because that's a big part of the stream. Oh, what we're going to go for.
Tomorrow.
But yeah, Man United Tottenham, that will be tomorrow for when this goes out. So make sure to be there. We'll be live from 5 PM. Yeah, it'll be 5:30 on Saturday. So yeah, live from 5 PM. Make sure to tune in. It'll hopefully be a good game. Lots at stake for both sides. It's a big race in the top 4 battle. Make sure to be there. On to the Sunday games now. Only 3 on the Saturday. Bit of a weird one, this one, because of all the fixture congestion with Champions League and rearranged fixtures and Europa League games. But yeah, the first game on the Sunday and the one that Sky Sports have chosen to cover is Chelsea versus Newcastle. At Stanford Bridge, Chelsea in form. Newcastle, though, needing some points and very much in form.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see this one going either way. Obviously, as a Chelsea fan, I want to say Chelsea, but I do think Newcastle can't be on. What's it called?
Close. I
remember.
Chelsea have got their first home game in ages.
Can't be underestimated. That's it.
Still playing all right, despite losing the Carabao Cup final. Newcastle are playing exceptionally well. I'm gonna say 2-1 Chelsea. I think it'll be a close game though. And I mean, I think Newcastle will play well, but Chelsea will just be better.
Fair enough. I'm gonna go 4-0 Chelsea.
Wow. Okay.
I know Newcastle in form. I just feel Chelsea are gonna need a big win. They have played Norwich in the week. I mean, that has to have been a big win. If not, I'm going to be fuming.
I mean, obviously, we haven't seen the Norwich game yet, but we saw the Burnley game, and that was 4-0. The Norwich game's probably going to be a big win. So
Norwich could be 7-0
again. They don't want
again.
any more big wins.
I think Chelsea need a big win here, though. It's Newcastle in the relegation. I think they do.
Why?
Confidence. 3 big wins on a bounce. Pushing on for the end of the season. Lille as well to think about in the week.
Exactly, I think Chelsea will rest. I think they'll win.
I don't think they really need to rest. I know we would have played on Thursday, but
I think there's more chance of losing to Lille than Newcastle.
Yeah, obviously, but I don't think there's too much. There'll be rotation, but I wouldn't really say it's resting because I mean I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know what Chelsea's strongest side is. Whereas you could list Liverpool's strongest side. Chelsea, the team changes every week. We have so many players in and out of injury. It's just absolute. Chaos of it moment for Chelsea. So yeah, I'm going to go 4-0. Goals from Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, Mason Mount, Reece James.
I'm going to say Rudiger and Alonso.
And
then for Newcastle, it will be Joe Willock.
Brilliant. Right, on to the next one. Everton versus Wolves. This one is also broadcast, but it's on Prime Video. Should be a good game, I think. Yeah. Wolves kind of very up and down on form, but they're in a solid 8th. Everton low.
In the bin.
Everton's struggling. I mean, they've just come off a 5-0 defeat to Tottenham, which is shocking considering it wasn't too long ago they were knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Middlesbrough.
Yep, FA Cup.
FA Cup, sorry. And lost to Burnley. Everton really struggling at the moment.
Wolves look good.
Oh, yeah.
I'd say back-to-back 5-0s.
Wow, 5-0 Wolves.
Yeah, 5-0 Wolves. I think they'll tear them apart. I think Goodison will be booing. Yeah, they'll go 2-3.
I feel for Frank. I think he's took on a sinking ship.
Yeah. I think it would be goals from Jimenez double, Matinho, Kilman, and Semedo.
Fair enough. I'm going to go 3-0 Wolves with goals from Huang, and more Huang.
Why do I always forget Huang?
You just hate the man, wow. Next up, Leeds versus Norwich. Now, this is a very, very big clash for the relegation battle. Because, obviously, Norwich now bottom of the table, but they've got a game in hand on Brentford. If Brentford lose to Burnley and beat Leeds, they could be back in it. Norwich have the biggest mountain to climb, but then equally they have just played Man City and Liverpool in consecutive games. They will have got Chelsea out of the way in the midweek, which I think is that game in hand on Brentford, so that'll be cleared and all that. I imagine they'd have lost that quite heavily, but they need to pick themselves up and forget about that because that means they've played the 3 hardest games.
Thing is, at this point of recording, the Liverpool City games have been 3-4 games ago. And that's quite a while. I still, I don't think it counts.
There's only been Brentford in the league since they played Liverpool.
Southampton.
They played Man City. Man City, Liverpool, Southampton,
and by the time
Brentford.
we get to the Leeds game, Chelsea were in half that as well.
Yeah, but I just think for the run-in, you got
and Liverpool in the cup.
10 games left. Well, it'll be 9 going into this Leeds one. They'll have Leeds and 9 others.
They need to win here. I think if they lose to Leeds, they're down.
Well, 9 after Leeds. I think they've got the nicest run because they don't have to play any of the top 3, whereas everyone else still has to play at least one of them. Which I think pretty much is a guaranteed loss, and if you manage to take points, then that's really impressive. It's just that Norwich haven't been lucky in those games to take a point here, a point there. And they don't play Tottenham until the last game of the season, which is usually some 3 points.
I'm going to say...
Leeds under new stewardship. Jesse Marsch is really good. I think Leeds will play some nice football.
I think it's going to be back-to-back 1-0 losses for Jesse Marsch. I'm going to say 1-0 Norwich with a goal coming from Milo Rashica.
Yeah, informed man.
And that'll be it. But I can kind of see it just being Leeds play nice football but do nothing with the ball.
Yeah.
And then Norwich just get the goal and shut up shops.
I think Norwich are going to get very lucky 3-0 win here. I think Leeds are going to create a lot of chances. I don't think they'll put them away though, because Brentford isn't up front. It's Tyler Roberts. I think that's big. Once they get Brentford back up, we go.
I think you will. I think people expect Marsh to come in here and turn them into one of the best teams in the league. But he won't. He won't.
The problem is they've had Bamford out all season and they don't have another striker. Joe Gelhardt is a good prospect, but he is not good enough for the Premier League yet.
But just when you've got so many players missing, you can't afford to play his attacking style of football.
That's his style. That's what he plays.
Yeah,
I disagree with that. You can't just change the whole tactics because you've got a few players missing.
Well, no, but surely
it's the Leeds board. It's not Bielsa at all.
What? That couldn't change the tactics?
No, it's the Leeds board for not investing. How on earth can you have your 3 best players last season all out in the January window and not bring in anyone?
Yeah, I get that.
Like they've said, we're not bringing anyone in because we're focusing in on other players, like the young players like Bate and Hjelde.
For me as a manager, if you're getting packed in 5, 6, 7 nil every week, you have to change something.
But there's nothing Bielsa can do. He's gonna keep playing his style. That's how he plays. It's the Leeds board's fault for not investing.
I get that's how he plays, but as a manager, you have to adapt.
No, you don't. Their system works, but you need the players to play it.
Well, yeah, but
if they all get injured, then what can he do about it?
Well, no, but if you don't have the players to play it, then you can't just keep playing it, can you?
But why would you resort to shit football just because a few of your players are missing?
Well, it depends if you want to stay in the Premier League or not, or stay in the League.
I think they could definitely stay in the Premier League.
No, they'll go down.
I think if they kept Bielsa, they had more of a chance.
No.
Because once you get the players back, Leeds are a fantastic machine.
I think they're going to go down.
It's just a shame they get no investment.
I think they go down either way.
I think they're going to go down now.
Yeah. I think they'd have gone down before.
I don't think they would have. If they'd got investment in January, they wouldn't have gone down. But that's just the board's fault. You can't blame Bielsa for that. You got nothing there. Sure. Yeah, I'm going to go 3-0 Norwich. Rashica, Sargent, and Brandon Williams. Why not?
I did like, on the topic of Brandon Williams, I did like...
him and Ericsson.
I've seen that like 50 times. And realised it was Ericsson went to hug him. But yeah. Anyway, on to... You right there? On to Southampton, Watford. Another big game in the bottom, especially for Watford. I think Southampton are safe. And I mean, they've looked great this season, but then they're coming in the back of this after getting absolutely smacked about by Villa. I mean, they were torn apart. Phil Coutinho had an absolute field day, and they were terrible. Absolutely terrible. Watford, they did alright against Arsenal, to be fair. Roy Hodgson's got in there and done well. He's done there and he's done what he's gonna. He's playing football that's gonna try and keep him in the Premier League.
What are you saying then?
I'm gonna say 1-1.
1-1.
I think a goal from Breuer for Southampton and Dennis for Watford. It's gonna be a kind of. I think Southampton will play well, but Watford will play proper Roy Hodgson football and just kick it long and keep it out.
I'm gonna go 5-0 Southampton.
Wow. Okay.
Watford are terrible at the back. They were really poor against Arsenal. Like, they had so many chances going forward, they didn't take them. I know there's only 3-2 in the end, but Arsenal really didn't break them down. Southampton in form.
I still think for Watford to score 2 goals is incredible.
Oh, not really. Arsenal were shocking at the back. They pretty much handed them. And they had so many more chances, they didn't take them. I think this is going to be a really bad loss for them. I think Southampton playing some really nice stuff at the moment. Breuer is in great form. Liveramento's a fantastic wing back. Walker-Peters on the other side. They've got a really, really nice system going there.
Yeah.
James Ward-Prowse as well. Romeo's in good form.
I think it was quite a shock to everyone when they lost 4-0 to Villa.
Just across the pitch, they're just so good.
Because, yeah, as you say, I mean, they're incredible tactics team. and then they go into Villa Park and got destroyed.
I think they'll bounce back quite quickly from that though. Hasenhüttl seems to have a way. I mean, how a man can lose 9-1 twice and still come away with his job.
Yeah.
Or 9-0. I don't think they did score. And still have a
Chelsea,
job. Clearly shows he's
minute.
something special.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go 5-0 in this game. Goals: hat-trick for Breuer, 1 for Ward-Prowse, 1 for Liverpool.
Okay. Yeah, I can see it happening. I never. But equally though, I never saw them losing 4-0 to Villa.
Yeah, I just don't see Watford scoring goals at the moment. I know they got 2 against Arsenal, but I don't know. They just seem really poor going forwards.
You missed a bloody Sissoko scored, didn't you?
Yeah. Right, next up, West Ham versus Aston Villa. West Ham obviously coming in off of a difficult game against Liverpool.
They played well though.
They were the better side. They were much the better side. They just didn't take their chances, and that cost them big time. I think if they play the same way they did against Liverpool, Aston Villa are going to get absolutely destroyed here.
No.
I think if they play the same way they did against Liverpool, West Ham dominate possession.
I think if Villa play...
Look better going forward. The quick combinations were fantastic, and Liverpool just got lucky that West Ham could put away any of their chances.
I think if Villa play again like they did against Southampton, the West Ham will get battered. I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a great game of football. Like it was the reverse fixture last year when Jesse Lingard decided to turn into an incredible player. Like he was at West Ham, he was incredible. He scored.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we could see. It's either going to be a really close match and like a 1-1, or an absolute stunning battering.
I'm going to say 3-2 Villa.
I'm going to go 3-0 West Ham. Goals from Fornals, Lanzini, and Noble.
For Villa, I'm going to go Coutinho, and Ramsey. And then for West Ham, I'll say Fornals and Souček.
Right, next up, Arsenal versus Leicester. Last game on the Sunday. It's the late kick-off.
Arsenal were terrible against Watford. Yeah. Leicester weren't great against Leeds and just got lucky to hit them on the counter. And that was the goal that killed them. Now,
fancy, I've brought in Harvey Barnes here. Try and get some points. We will mention fantasy in more detail at the end of this, as requested by HSL. So, shout out, mate. We'll probably go for our teams in that. But for this game, Arsenal-Leicester, I think Arsenal, they're really high, but they looked so poor against Watford. And Leicester, it was a close match with Leeds, but they came out on top. I think this is going to be another good game, and I'm going to go 2-1 Leicester.
I'm going to say 3-1 Leicester.
Oh, really going for it then?
Yeah, I think Arsenal...
I thought you were going to go for an Arsenal win.
I think Arsenal are going to be poor, and I think Leicester are going to take advantage of that. Arsenal goal will come through Smith Rowe. Then Gabriel will go get sent off, flip the game on its head, and then Barnes, and Tielemans will win the game for Leicester.
I'm going to go Saka, Vardy and Maddison to get the goals in a 2-1. Leicester win. Right, Monday night. And it's Crystal Palace versus Manchester City. An unconventional time to play a fixture. But
back to Monday nights in the Premier League for the first time.
Will it be 5-0 again, though? To the home side. Crystal Palace to win 5-0.
I think it'll be a little bit closer than
that. Palace, poor form. City... dominant. What are you going for?
I'm going to say... I'll be respectful. I'm only going to say 3-0 City.
I'm going to go 2-0 Palace. Both titled protagonists to drop points. Pretty bold prediction. I think they're gonna go, Liverpool have dropped points. Easy dub here. Bit of complacency. Palace just come out the blocks. I think if you've got Elise, Zaha, Gallagher, Edouard linking up very nice. I mean, you've seen this season how fantastic Michael Elise has been. I think if he's on form, this is a really good game for Palace to win. And Palace did win earlier in the season against Manchester City. They won the reverse fixture. I'm going to go Elise and Gallagher with the goals once again. 2-0 Palace victory.
I'm going to change mine. I'm going to make it 3-1 City.
Oh, huge change.
I think Palace are going to score. And I think that goal is going to come from Wilf Zaha. And then City, it will be Bernardo, Rodri, and Cancelo.
Fair enough. Man City, FPL, very hard to take any of their players I've only got. No, I got rid of Cancelo. Yeah, because he was ill. Yeah, it's impossible to take Man City players because of Pep Roulette. And even if you do take like Phil Foden, 1 week he'll be starting on the wing and he'll get 3 goals, and then he'll be in middle midfield and do nothing. So, or starting up front and do nothing. So it's really hard to decide who to pick if you're taking any Man City fancy players. Yeah. Wednesday night, obviously, it's another double game week for Brighton, Tottenham, Arsenal, Liverpool, Everton, and Newcastle. First of those fixtures, Brighton, Tottenham. We had they faced off recently in the FA Cup. Tottenham came out 3-0 victorious there, but will Tottenham continue their pattern? So Man United, Tottenham, based on their current pattern, they're going to lose that. Are they then going to win this against Brighton?
Yes.
You reckon?
Absolutely batter them out of the park.
Fair enough.
I'm going to go same score against Everton. I'm going to say 5-0 Tottenham.
Wow, huge win. I'm going to go 2-0. I'm going to go goals from Son and Kane, and they're going to assist each other. They link up so nicely, don't they?
Kane, Kulusevski, and Højbjerg.
Nice little Kane hat-trick. Someone's got Kane captained in their fantasy team.
Actually. Oh, no, I have. He's on the game.
I was going to say, why on earth would you not?
Yeah,
unless you're going to captain Mo Salah for his double game week. Anyway, he's in poor form.
No, okay.
Arsenal versus Liverpool.
Yeah.
Up next, the Wednesday night game. This is the one everyone's going to be having their eyes on apart from us, who will be covering Chelsea-Lille that night. We will watch the last 15 minutes of Arsenal-Liverpool.
This is an easy
hopefully
one
that'll be exciting. Really, what are you going for?
2-1 Liverpool.
I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal.
For some reason, I feel like it's been one of those boring old games that Liverpool just win by the skin of their teeth.
I think it's going to be a bit of a shock. I think it's going to be a Martinelli double. Liverpool fans fuming because they're starting to throw it away.
Because you said today...
Look, I'm going for a Chelsea remontada, alright? Everyone else is going to drop points constantly, and Chelsea are going to come through.
Incredible.
No, I'm just thinking a bit of a... Like, everyone's going, they're just going to win this game, and that's 3 points, isn't it? Oh, it's so close. But I think they will be joint on points by the time that we see them face off on April the 9th. But I think they're not going to get it as simply as many think. But I think they will obviously come out of this, as per my predictions, a point more, so they'll be only 5 behind. And I think they'll close that gap up over the weeks before the Man City Liverpool game. Because I just think it'll be so poetic if they're both on 0. If there's no gap between them.
Yeah.
Joint on points.
Liverpool 2-1 win. Arsenal goal from Saka, and then Liverpool goals will come through Naby Keita and Diogo Jota.
Yeah, I thought I've gone Martinelli double. I think he played really well against Watford, and I think more of the same to follow here. Right, Thursday night game, and it's Everton versus Newcastle. Relegation scrap. I think Newcastle are going to take themselves out of it with a big win here. What are you going for, though?
I'm going to say 6-1 Newcastle.
6-1.
I think they're going to absolutely tear Everton apart. Everton are going to lose 5-0 to Tottenham. I think they're going to lose 5-0 to Wolves, and then 6-1 to Everton.
Right.
That is actually very
6-1 to Everton. Right. I'm just going to put a little warning. Mental prediction incoming.
4-0 Everton.
8-1 Newcastle.
No. And I meant...
Viva Eddie Howe. I'm going to go goals from... I've got to think of 8 Newcastle players here. So Maxman gets 8 of them. Bruno. Shah. Lascelles, Wilson, St Maximan, Wood, gets his first, and Shelvey. And a little consolation from Calvert-Lewin. 8-1. It shoots right up there to near the top of all-time wins. Everyone's like, wow, that is stunning.
I'm going to say Everton will take the lead through Richarlison, and then Newcastle like early, like second minute, and Newcastle will absolutely batter.
I could back. I think Everton will get an early red card.
There.
8 goals for Newcastle. Late consolation for Richarlison.
Wood, St.
Maximan,
Maximan, Joe Linton, Willock, and target. He's going to hit the target and get the 6th for Newcastle. Right, now, are we...
Yeah, we'll do FPL now.
Right.
By the way, this has nothing to do with football, but Kevin Magnussen's just been announced as the new Haas driver. So that's pretty interesting. Probably have a TF1C video coming out as soon as possible.
So, looking forward to the next
or maybe
week,
not.
game 29.
Right, I'm going to make my transfer right now. It's a bit early to do it, but I'm just gonna bite the bullet, and if it goes badly, then I'm gonna blame the fact that I did it for dramatic effect.
My transfer as well.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take another -4 points because I've already brought in Harvey Barnes.
Well, I'm gonna do my free transfer here.
Going for a big one.
Minus points.
Oh, Bowen's out.
Great content.
Select replacements. Search by form.
No,
Scroll along the bar.
here.
Search by game week.
That's not what I want to do.
He's completely messed it up.
Oh wait, hang on. Now
You need to slide along the bottom bit.
Oh, do I? Ah,
Bloody
there we go.
muppet.
Thank you. And I am gonna take. Can't take him.
He's gone for Son, but that's not enough
Realise-
money.
Okay, I can see the prices. Alright, leave me know. How much is? You be taught.
All right. Right, I'm gonna just do my team while you're looking at players to bring in for Jared Bowen. Right. I mean, we haven't reached the conclusion of this week's fantasy yet, so that's unfortunate. But for my week, I have got Jose Sarr in goal, then Trent, Kamara of Wolves, which is I might put Digne in there. Can't decide. In fact, I'm going to do that. Digne in there. So it'll be Trent, double game week, Brighton and Arsenal. So yeah, Sarr and goal Everton, Trent double game week, Brighton Arsenal, then Digne West Ham, Thiago Silva Newcastle. I've got Salah, who I think I'm going to give the armband for Brighton and Arsenal. Coutinho West Ham, Son, who's an option for the armband, Man United and Brighton. I've got Armstrong against Watford, Ings against West Ham, Hwang against Everton, and Breuer against Watford. I've got a bench of De Gea, Barnes, Kamara and Cucurella, but I think what I'm going to do, Barnes and Hwang. Barnes is going to score or get an assist. So yeah, that's all. That's my team. I think I'm in for a strong week. Might not be. Guess we'll see. Feel free to put your team comments below, and if you're not in the league, I mean, it's a bit late now, isn't it? But make sure to keep watching the content, and we'll have our new league out next season.
My team. In terms of, I've got Jose Sarr in net against Everton. I've got Tony Rudiger against Newcastle. Tierney on a double game week against Leicester and Liverpool. Walker Peters against Watford at home. Kulusevski, who I just transferred in on a double game week against United and Brighton. Joe Willock, who I also just transferred in on a double game week against Chelsea and Everton. Salah on a double game week with Brighton and Arsenal. Then got Coutinho against West Ham. Weghorst against Brentford. Kane captained on a double game week against United and Brighton, and Dennis against Southampton.
I think you've got a strong team there. A lot of double game weekers.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a strong double game week. I've only got 3.
I think I've got very midfield.
Trent, Salah, Son. Yeah, but I think based on how well Southampton do against Watford, that could be the change of my game week. Because Breuer and Stuart Armstrong, if it is a 5-0 win, that could be huge points there. Obviously, back in Villa against West Ham with Digne, Coutinho, Ings, despite saying 4-0 on the show. So, contrasting predictions there. Either I'm right on here, or my fantasy team is killing it. So, Thiago Silva, I think, will keep a clean sheet. Barnes will have a strong performance. I've got a good subs bench there. Quite happy with it.
Good.
That's about everything for this week's Prem predictions. Yeah, hey, just shout out. We've included our FPL teams as you asked, so I hope you've enjoyed that section. But yeah, that's all for this video. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe. We're now on 370, so just 30 subs off 400. Yeah. Hopefully, we can hit that or more by the end of March. Pushing for that big 1K this year. Let's see if we can do it. Other things you should do, leave a like, comment down below your predictions, your FPL teams, all that stuff, or just say hi or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to reply to every comment as long as it's nice.
Nice, please.
Or relevant. Nice and relevant. But yeah, that's about everything. If you have enjoyed, do all that good stuff. If you're listening on Spotify, head over to the YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, head over to the Spotify. Share the love across the platforms. Boost our numbers on both of those. That would be very lovely. But yeah, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.